Hey there, gentlemen. Ever feel like your brain's got its own little grumbling committee? Always finding something to complain about? You know, those days where even the morning coffee tastes a little off? Maybe you wake up, and before your feet even hit the floor, you're already mentally listing everything that could go wrong, or just feeling a general sense of meh. Well, if you've ever felt that subtle, persistent pull towards the negative, you are definitely not alone. Many of us, especially as we get a little wiser with age, find ourselves caught in these mental loops. But what if I told you there's a simple, powerful way to reprogram that internal dialogue? What if I told you that you could literally train your brain for joy, and it's simpler than you might think, designed specifically for you, the seasoned, brilliant minds out there? I'm talking about a genuine shift in perspective, one that doesn't just paper over problems, but fundamentally changes how you experience life. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything's perfect. It's about equipping yourself with the mental tools to navigate life's ups and downs with more resilience, more optimism, and yes, more joy. It's about cultivating positive thinking, not as a flimsy wish, but as a robust mental muscle. And trust me, it's a muscle that gets stronger with every single rep. So let's dive into positive thinking for older men. Train your brain for joy, because you deserve to savor every moment of this incredible chapter of your life. Are you ready to unlock a more vibrant, joyful version of yourself? If you're nodding along, type "ready" in the comments right now. Our first secret weapon in training your brain for joy is all about reframing negative thoughts. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Reframing? Isn't that just putting a smiley face on a bad situation? And my answer is absolutely not. It's about recognizing that our initial, knee-jerk reactions often come from a place of habit, not necessarily reality. Think about it like this. You're at a family gathering, and your son or daughter-in-law makes a comment that just rubs you the wrong way. Your immediate thought might be, "They're being critical," or "They don't appreciate what I do." And those thoughts can quickly spiral, right? Before you know it, you're stewing, feeling misunderstood, and the whole evening is colored by this one interaction. But what if, in that moment, you paused? Just for a second. What if you asked yourself, "Is there another way to look at this?" Perhaps their comment wasn't meant as criticism, but as a suggestion. Or maybe they're just having a tough day themselves. Maybe they're even trying to connect in their own way, however clumsy. Reframing isn't about denying your feelings, it's about acknowledging them and then consciously seeking an alternative, more constructive interpretation. It's about finding the opportunity, the lesson, or even just the neutrality in a situation that initially felt negative. It allows you to choose your response, rather than being hijacked by your first impulse. It's a powerful move from victim to victor in your own mind. Do you see how empowering that can be? Here's a practical exercise you can try. The next time a negative thought pops up, maybe you spill your coffee, miss an appointment, or feel overlooked, stop. Write it down if you can. Then, beside it, write down at least 3 other possible interpretations of the situation, even if they seem a little far-fetched at first. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can dismantle the automatic negativity and create mental pathways towards more balanced perspectives. This practice, when done consistently, builds genuine positive thinking. Now, let's talk about our second powerful tool for training your brain for joy: daily gratitude practices. This isn't some airy-fairy concept. It's a scientifically proven method for boosting well-being. And for men of your generation, who have seen so much, built so much, and experienced so much, there is an incredible wealth of things to be grateful for, even amidst life's inevitable challenges. I remember my grandfather, a man who had been through a lot: war, economic hardship, personal losses. Yet, every evening he had a little ritual. He'd sit in his favorite armchair, sometimes with a cup of tea, and he'd just reflect. He wasn't journaling or making a grand statement, but you could tell he was consciously finding things to appreciate. He'd often say things like, "Well, the sun was shining today," or "That conversation with the neighbor was pleasant," or even, "My old dog still loves his belly rubs." Simple things, but they grounded him. That's the essence of a daily gratitude practice. It doesn't have to be a big production. It can be as simple as, before you even get out of bed, consciously thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's the warmth of your blanket, the smell of fresh coffee brewing, or a kind word from a loved one yesterday. Or perhaps it's the fact that you woke up, healthy, able to read these words. It could be the comfort of your home, the taste of a good meal, or a memory that brings a smile to your face. The key is consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your day, just like brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. The more you consciously seek out things to be grateful for, the more your brain starts to notice them automatically. It literally rewires your neural pathways to seek out the positive. This practice of positive thinking for older men is transformative. It's not about being naive, it's about intentionally focusing your attention. For those of you who appreciate a good challenge, try this for just 1 week. Every morning, list 5 unique things you are grateful for. You might be surprised at how quickly your outlook shifts. Still with me and feeling good about this? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're ready for more. Finally, let's tackle something that might feel a little counterintuitive, but is incredibly vital for cultivating positive thinking: limiting media consumption. Now, I'm not saying become a hermit or bury your head in the sand, but let's be honest, the news cycle, social media feeds, and even some conversations around us can be relentless. They often thrive on negativity, fear, and conflict because, sadly, that's what tends to grab our attention. Think about how you feel after an hour of watching cable news or endlessly scrolling through sensational headlines. Do you feel uplifted, energized, or do you feel drained, anxious, or even a little angry? For many of us, it's the latter. Our brains are incredibly adept at absorbing information, and if that information is constantly negative, it subtly, yet powerfully, shapes our perception of the world. It can make us feel like the world is a dark, dangerous, and hopeless place, even when, in our immediate surroundings, there might be beauty and peace. This isn't about ignorance. It's about intentionality. It's about being discerning about what you allow into your mental space. Consider setting boundaries. Maybe you check the news once a day for a limited time from reputable sources, and then you switch it off. Perhaps you curate your social media feeds to follow accounts that inspire, educate, or entertain you in a positive way, rather than those that provoke or incite. Maybe you replace that extra hour of passive media consumption with something that actively brings you joy: a hobby, a walk in nature, a conversation with a friend, or even just sitting in quiet contemplation. The goal here is to create a more supportive mental environment for your positive thinking for older men journey. By reducing the influx of negativity, you create more space for positive thoughts, ideas, and feelings to flourish. It allows your brain to breathe and focus on what truly matters to you. What is one piece of media you could scale back on this week to give your mind a break? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear them. Reframing negative thoughts, practicing daily gratitude, and limiting media consumption are not just feel-good suggestions. They are powerful, actionable strategies to train your brain for joy. This isn't about being in denial or ignoring the real issues in the world. It's about choosing where you place your focus and consciously building mental resilience. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of quiet optimism, a feeling that you can handle whatever comes your way, and a genuine appreciation for the simple pleasures of life. Imagine feeling more connected to others, more at peace within yourself, and more engaged with the world around you. This isn't a pipe dream. It's an achievable reality when you commit to these practices. You've accumulated decades of wisdom, experience, and strength. Now is the time to harness that power to cultivate an internal landscape that reflects the joy and richness you deserve. You are absolutely capable of rewiring your brain for a more positive, fulfilling existence. It starts with one small step, one conscious choice, one reframed thought at a time. This journey of positive thinking for older men is not just about extending your years, but about enriching every single day you have. Thank you so much for joining me today. I genuinely hope this conversation has given you some valuable tools and inspiration to embark on this incredibly rewarding path. If you found this helpful, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It tells me that this content resonates with you, and it helps other amazing gentlemen like yourselves find this channel. And if you want more practical, empowering tips to make the most of this incredible stage of life, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Let's build a community of positive, thriving men together. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.